Alright, so if you want to do custom textures on your Pokemon in the Pixelmon mod, like these, what you're going to want to do is open up your browser and go to blender.org. Now, as you can see on the screen, there's a download option here. Press it. Then download Blender 2.82. And you're going to want to press download. It's going to start the download on the bottom left of your screen. I already downloaded it earlier, so I'm going to cancel that. Now, once it's finally downloaded, you're going to want to press open. And then you're going to run through the installation process. Agree to the license agreement and so on. Now, once you do that, you're going to want to go to reforge.gg. Now here, there's a download option. You're going to ignore that though. And you're going to go down into this little screen and go to Reforged 7.0.0. Open it up and press download. This will bring you to a screen that's sometimes covered in explicit ads. You're going to ignore those ads and up here, press skip ad. This is going to automatically start to download. I already downloaded it earlier, so I'm going to cancel. Once you get done with that, you can actually just exit out of everything. And once you're here, you're going to want to go to Blender. And you're going to want to open it up. Now that you have that opened, you're going to want to go into your downloads folder. As you can see, there's a Pixelmon download and the Blender download. You're going to want to right-click the Pixelmon download, press Open With, and then WinRAR Archiver. You're going to want to, if you don't have WinRAR installed already, most people do, you're going to need to install it. Now, press WinRAR Archiver, and you can exit out of that. Alright, as you can see, there are these files in here. Assets is the important one. As you can see, there are multiple files in here, but assets is the one you're going to want to put on your desktop. So you're going to pull it over, and then it's going to download from here onto your desktop. It's going to take a while, like maybe 3 minutes. Now, once you're done with that, you can exit this out. And now, do you see how you have this assets file here? That's important because when you go into Blender, you're going to have this here. Now, in order to get rid of this little box, make sure that it's outlined in orange. You see how if you click it, it outlines it. And press X. And then the delete option will be there. Just delete it. Now, once here, you're going to want to go to File, Edit. You're going to want to go to Edit, Preferences, and then in the search bar, type in Source. There will be this Import Export Blender Source Tools. You're going to want to make sure that's on. As you can see, it opens this up down here, which will be important later. Now that you've done that, now you can go to File, press Imports, Source Engine, Desktop, because that's where you kept the Assets file, press Assets, Pixelmon, Models, Pokemon, and now we're going to do, what should we do? Let's do Arceus. Import. Now you're going to want to bring in Arceus.smd file. There's Fly, Idle, and Walk for some Pokemon. You're going to want to ignore those. Just press the Pokemon.smd and import it. And boom, there's your Arceus model. Now as you can see, there are a bunch of little teensy circles in here. I hate those things. I don't know what they're used for. They're probably important, but what I like to do is I like to click them, press X, and delete them. That way you can see it. If you want to move it, like how I'm spinning it in circles, you're going to want to hold down the middle rolly on your mouse, and you'll be able to move it like this. If you want to move the Arceus, as you can see, trying to drag it doesn't work. What you need to do is go over to this hand, and then it lets you move it. Now, in order to get the texture onto this little guy, you're going to make sure he's outlined. He already is. and you're going to want to go to Material Properties, which is just circle on the bottom. From here, I already have nodes on, but if it's off, you're going to want to press Use Nodes, because that will make this little circle next to the base color show up, and you're going to press it. From here, you go to Texture, as you can see under here, and then Image Texture. This will allow you to open up a texture that's already there. Once again, you're going to go to that asset file, go to Desktop, Assets, Pixelmon, Textures, Pokemon. Now, I'm just going to type in Arceus up here, and I'm just going to choose the bug one, and open. Oh no, it didn't do anything, but that's okay, because what you're going to want to do here is go up here and go to Viewport Shading. As you can see, now it's all nice and up there. Now, in order to color on it, you're going to want to go from Layout, which you're automatically on, to Texture Paint. As you can see, now you have the opportunity to look at it from here, and you can color on it. Now, there are a couple of features on here that you might want to look at, such as this is how you change the size of the brush. Let's change it to red. As you can see right there, you can make it smaller. You can make it be the strength be lower. Let's say 15.6% strength. See, it just does it lighter. There's a smear option, which I actually really like, and it can smear stuff. Kind of fun to do. And then there's a fill option, which is also nice. As you can see, you can just completely color in everything here. If you want to undo, you want to press Control Z. If you want to redo something, press Control Shift Z. Alright, now that you're here, one fun thing you can do is if you have a pre-made texture, you can actually paint it onto here, which is pretty fun. So you're going to want to go to the bottom of these options, to Texture Properties, press it, press New, then Open, and then you go to wherever it is that you actually have your texture. I saved it onto desktop, called Bluish Galaxy, and I'm just going to paint it onto here. As you can see, it kind of paints pretty cleanly. If you zoom in and zoom out, it kind of changes where it is, but if you don't, it just kind of goes over and over again. But as you can see here, you can just paint the texture on, which is always kind of fun. Boom! You got a Galaxy Arceus. Now, perhaps you want to play around with it. If you change it from mix to, say, lighten, it will do it more lightly. If you want to go to saturation, it'll saturate it more. If you want to go to subtract, it'll change it to be some weird stuff. It's just, I don't really know how to use them all, but it's kind of fun to do. Now, once you're done, I'm going to Control Z to undo it, so it's this Arceus. If you want to save it, what you're going to want to do is go to Image, Save As, and as you can see, it's already in this folder. If you want to save it as Arceus Bug, it will actually override the original Arceus Bug. So I like to just save it to my desktop or to another folder. Save as image. And as you can see, there it is. I think that's about it for features. But if you have any questions on how to add the model or the textures or change something, feel free to ask. I might be able to help you. I'm not really an expert at Blender. I only really used it for a month now or so. But if you need any help, I can definitely try. Anyways, thank you.